If it would have hit another car, it would have been very worse.
Coming up on DC News now, a serious crash in Northern Virginia. Eyewitnesses describe a car headed the wrong way near the Pentagon before hitting the underside of a bridge. We're working to uncover exactly what happened.
Crazy. Crazy. It's so scary. It's so scary.
2 people killed within 24 hours. Greenbelt police investigating a midday shooting that killed a young person in Prince George's County. Our team is on site hearing from neighbors. Some say they're thinking about moving. The man arrested before Mass, a suspect barred from a Catholic church in D.C., now facing charges including threats to kidnap or injure a person. What police found inside the man's tent. D.C. rep's home vandalized. A message spray painted on the side of the local leader's house that he believes is politically motivated.
And you may wake up to some fog in the morning, locally dense across the area. I'll talk about who may see that fog coming up.
And we're finding you ways to save money. From dealing with credit card debt to tax rebate checks headed toward you and your household in the mail. We're stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight with breaking news. A man is dead. 2 more people are hurt after a crash in Fairfax County near Fort Belvoir. Police say it happened on Jeff Todd Way and Telegraph Road in Hayfield. 1 man, we're told, was behind the wheel and killed, while a man and a woman in another car were sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers are still on scene of that crash where drivers can expect delays. Stay with us on air and online as we learn more. And all new tonight, a serious crash along GW Parkway that eyewitnesses tell us showed the driver was headed the wrong direction before slamming into the underside of a bridge near the Pentagon. We've blurred the video here to not identify the car, considering authorities may still be contacting relatives. Happened just north of the Pentagon on Columbia Island. I spoke to 2 eyewitnesses who said this happened right after 2 o'clock. One driver said the car that crashed was going the wrong way, headed north toward him in the southbound lane of the GW Parkway, and it happened right under the Washington Boulevard overpass. Lanae Bell is the second witness I spoke with. She described what she saw just before and after a loud boom.
We see a car going really fast, speeding, and then you just see, you don't know if they lose control or not, but you just hear a big noise, like something blew up. So we was looking and we pulled over to go see what was wrong, and it started smoking immediately. If it would have hit another car, it would have been very worse.
Serious circumstances there indeed with the mangled metal. We have reached out to U.S. Park Police for more information. Stay with us as that story develops. A young person was shot and killed in Prince George's County this afternoon, and police in Greenbelt are looking for suspects and a vehicle of interest. We'll show you that in just a moment. But the crime marks the 2nd person who's been shot dead in Greenbelt in just 24 hours. Our Dave Laval reports on site of what we know and how neighbors are reacting to the latest band of violence.
This bullet hole serves as a reminder of Sunday afternoon's deadly shooting here at the Franklin Park Apartments.
I was in my car and I heard gunshots.
Adriana Santana has only lived at the apartment complex for a few months. Sunday's deadly shooting of an unidentified juvenile has left her shaken.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Greenbelt police said they responded to the scene around 1:45 p.m. They found the juvenile wounded and taken to the hospital where he died. Another bullet struck the window of a parked SUV. Police reported no other injuries.
It's so scary. It's so scary.
Rahel Sorota has lived here for 2 years. Sunday's shooting is the latest in what neighbors describe as ongoing violence at Franklin Park.
I really don't know what we can do, but it's so scary for the people who live around here. It's happening everyday thing. Now it has become everyday issue.
Another deadly shooting happened in this apartment complex Saturday night. Police cannot say if the 2 are related. There's no word if anyone has been arrested in either shooting. Several neighbors told us this weekend's deadly violence here is the final straw, as they're now looking for other places to live. In Greenbelt, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Concerning stuff, Dave. Thank you. New details. Police say this is the very vehicle of interest in today's shooting of that young person. It's a silver Infiniti with dark tinted windows and no front license plate. Police say it was seen speeding in the area before somebody fired multiple rounds at a group of people. Again, one person was hit. If you know any information, reach out to Greenbelt Police. We've got an update to a story we broke to you last night. That person that was shot and killed near the Rhode Island Brentwood Metro Station on Friday has been identified as a 17-year-old boy. Police say Jermaine Durbin was killed around 7:30 that night. First responders said the teen was found not conscious or breathing on scene. Police also added the shooting did not have any connection to the Metro Station. No word on any suspects. Meantime, a man was arrested outside a Catholic church in D.C. this morning, right before an annual mass that typically draws high-profile individuals, including members of the Supreme Court. This unfolded on the steps of St. Matthew's Cathedral on Rhode Island Avenue and 17th Street Northwest. D.C. police say right before 6 o'clock this morning, a police detail assigned to the church for the Red Mass, as it's called, went up to a man who had set up a tent on the cathedral steps. At some point, they learned he was previously barred from the church. He reportedly refused to leave, and that's when he was arrested. Police say they then found suspicious items, including vials of liquid and possible fireworks inside of his tent. MPD's explosives team was called in to search. Police say 41-year-old Louis Gurry of Vineland, New Jersey, was charged with unlawful entry, threats to kidnap or injure a person, and possession of a Molotov cocktail. The Red Mass was scheduled for 9 this morning with doors opening at 7:45. Again, the interaction happened at 6. But that service is held every year and held to pray for God's blessing of public officials and Supreme Court justices to mark the start of the court's new term. More local news ahead, but yes, gotta get to your much-needed forecast. Scott, it's gonna be an up-and-down roller coaster of summer-like temps and fall-like temps this week.
Yeah, we're going to get a potpourri of everything here this week. And one of the benefits this week is seeing some rain here, and we certainly could use that. Of course, we don't have any rain outside right now. It's beautiful here as we take a look out towards the National Harbor, and in the forefront here, of course, Reagan National Airport. We have temperatures in the upper 60s here under clear skies this evening, and as far as tonight's concerned, we'll see those 69-degree temperatures dip another 10 degrees down to the upper 50s or close to that mark in and around the Beltway, before we turn the corner and get up into the lower 80s here by about mid-afternoon. Now, in addition to the warmth that we'll see tomorrow, and in addition to the mild morning, we could also have some visibility issues here with some fog. And the yellow color is greater than 2 miles, according to this. So this is showing around 8 o'clock, the lowest visibility in and around the Beltway. But other models close to D.C. show, and I will show that in the main weather coming up, down to 1/10 of a mile in some places, especially in towards southern Maryland. So some places will have to deal with some locally dense fog. And that's the first headline, of course, a warm start to the week. A strong front comes in on Wednesday and a frosty Thursday night potentially. Like I said, potpourri of everything. Ben.
Indeed, Scott, thanks. New tonight, officials are investigating an early morning explosion that happened in Loudoun County. Leesburg firefighters are asking the public for any information about this. They said this explosion happened around 4 a.m. near Sparkleberry Terrace. The cause is still under investigation. D.C.'s shadow representative in Congress and city council candidate Oye Owalewa says that his home was vandalized. He calls it political violence. His office says the Democratic rep got back home yesterday from an event with the Anacostia Coordinating Council only to find the letters F.U. spray painted on his porch. The porch was also vandalized, and Owalewa told officers that he has no idea who would have done this and spray painted his house. He added that the cameras on his front porch are broken. They're no good to take a look at. D.C. police are investigating. In the Commonwealth, controversy continues. The fallout in Virginia is ongoing and it's growing. After controversial texts the Democrat nominee for Attorney General Jay Jones sent in 2022 came to light. He's apologized for them after this text surfaced in a news report on Friday. The former state delegate made violent comments about then GOP House Speaker Todd Gilbert 3 years ago, including talking about a scenario where Gilbert was shot, and suggested political opponents face personal pain like losing their own kids in order to influence any changes in policy. Jones told our sister station WRIC in Richmond on Friday that his comments are embarrassing. He added they're unacceptable, but he says he plans to keep running to be Attorney General. Jones' opponent and current AG Jason Miyares is among Republican leaders saying that Jones' comments are disqualifying.
Jay Jones has proven by his actions that he is reckless. He is biased. He is willing to trade his integrity away. Jay Jones is sorry only after it made the news. Jay Jones regrets it only after it has endangered his campaign.
Just today, President Trump said that Jones should drop out. Democrat nominee for Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger did put out a statement Friday. In part, she said that Jones must fully take responsibility for his words and added that she will always condemn violent language in politics. In the district, police are under a brand new microscope. They're accused of improperly tracking stop and frisk data. It was the Office of Police Complaints that said officers are not complying with district law. Our Daniel Hamburg has this story.
Police stops in D.C. aren't being documented properly, according to the Office of Police Complaints and Interim Executive Director Mark Cross.
We do receive a number of complaints of allegations of wrongful stops and wrongful searches here.
The Police Complaints Board audited 77 random reports and found between September 2021 and March 2025, none of them had this stop card filled out with specific information about why an officer made a stop.
It is imperative to gather that data for the purpose of transparency and for accountability.
In response, Chief Pamela Smith said the report was incorrect, saying even though the fields under the stop heading were blank, the data can be found just below the section of the report OPC reviewed, and it's collected consistent with the law.
That section doesn't contain as much detail as the stop card does.
An ACLU report from February found 70% of people in D.C. stopped are black, even though just 44% of the population is black. For people who have been stopped by police, the details matter.
Those are the things that people get caught up in. You know what I mean? Because you didn't. So now you can just say anything. If you asked about it or go to court or whatever.
Smith said the fields to comply with the law are in their system, but not visible nor accessible to officers when completing their reports, something DC Justice Lab says isn't right.
This leaves MPD officers unaccountable for the stops they're conducting against our neighbors and residents, and it also leaves communities in cycles of harm from over-policing and profiling.
Our Daniel Hamburg reporting. Now, the Police Complaints Board also made several recommendations to change the way those stop cards are filled out and handled. We've got more of what they had to say at dcnewsnow.com. Just search police stop cards. In our schools, a Northern Virginia high school football team has been banned from the playoffs this year. It's Fairfax High School that's accused of violating league policies during the last season over the recruitment of a player. The league and the school is not sharing specifics, but they say the team itself reported the issue. Not all fans agree with the punishment, though.
If you reported and you was up front as best you can, then sounds like a little leniency should be in order, too.
Fairfax County Schools said in a statement they promote education, leadership, sportsmanship, character, and citizenship for students by establishing and maintaining high standards for school activities and competitions. For another school, a big honor in Western Maryland. Myersville Elementary is one of 8 awarded a blue ribbon. This is from a state program recognizing standout schools and based on student performance from national and state tests, as well as improving performance here. Governor Wes Moore started the state version of the Blue Ribbon program this year, replacing the 4-decade-old Blue Ribbon national honor that the U.S. Department of Education ended this summer. Coming up, be sure to read the fine print before you transfer a credit card balance from one to the other. We're stretching your dollar. Time now 9:14, a live look at Reagan National. Stay with us. Scott Sumner has your full local forecast coming up.